Hello, my name is Mohammed Hussein. I'm in ME320. I'm in a 930 class. I'm a junior, and today's day which I'm completing this is April 1st, 2022, and my project's name is Cam Fun, because we're having fun designing camps. So, I want to say the problem statement. Essentially, you're making an athletic footwear manufacturer wants a device, chest rubber heels to withstand, millions of force, so like almost as if someone's running. And we were given constraints, which is over here. So the force time diagram should be like figure 1, which you see right here, the first figure on your top left. And duration for the force x must be less than 0.4, and then bonding condition must be met along with the fundamental law of cam design. And your pressure angle should be less than 30 degrees, which is I'll show you later on. And then the cam profile can have negative curvature, but while making this project and making this cam, I was told originally that cannot have a negative curvature, which then I was told later on that it can. So you'll see where that issue comes up ahead. So how I made my graph first, I first got my displacement time 3.14, 2.22, 2.65, and 0, and I times it by 25.4 to convert it to the displacement which I need, and I put it in a displacement graph. So I kept it on there, and just so this slide essentially shows what inputs I put, and like for my motion, put rise, fall, and to start to end, and then that was just given to me. But the one thing I had to like mess around with is a mod sign, the program, as you can see, and I had to adjust the mod sign especially to make sure I didn't have any graphs on my I didn't have any jumps on my graph. So I played with it around, and really it was I got lucky because I did mod sign, I calculated everything, plotted it, and there was no jumps for me. So my cam looks a little weird, not something you'd usually see, but it meets the constraints, so anything else is usually just unique. So here's the problem. I'm just gonna, get to it straight up. My minimum RHO, as you see on the bottom right, it's 44.648, right? And my roller radius is 12.5. Well, the constraint says that should be part of it should be, 2, 3. My roller radius, if you times by 2 or 3, that should be my minimum RHO, but it's a little between 3 and 4. Not to 4, but again, more than 3, but less than 4. So I think I should be fine. But because I was meeting the prior constraints, and by the time I was told this, it was already too late and made everything else. But if I had to do this again, I could definitely change that. So my chart, what I want you to point out is my what I'm pointing out is my displacement. Obviously looks really similar to figure 1a, and the biggest thing you can notice is that there's no unusual jumps or skips. Same thing with velocity and my acceleration. Since there's no skips, that means part of constraints, so I'm happy with that. Again, you can see that 4.1648, it should be lower, but and my roller radius 12.5. But obviously if I adjusted that, and then I could play around with the graphs again, make sure there's no jumps. But overall, at least there's no jumps right now, so I meet the constraints. So in conclusion, I met all the constraints, right? It's the only thing again is that minimum RHO is a little too big than 2 or 3 times my roller radius. So way I can fix it is, increasing my roller radius. I do have a maximum length of 3.14. That's another constraint that I did meet, and my graph looks similar to figure 1a. And yeah, so the one thing I did learn is how CAM works, how to design it, and how to make it with constraints. But the biggest thing I learned is that I can make these cams in other applications other than cars. So again, thank you so much, and